everyone. In this tutorial, I am going to say about how to configure access list between two networks. And mystuffsoverloaded.blogspot.in is my official blogspot in which I will be explaining about a basic configuration via a packet tracer. Just now enter your packet tracer and this is our network. First I am going to configure router 2. Enter command line interface. Now enable your router, enter global configuration mode, and we are going to configure interface FA0/0. Provide an IP address 172.16.0.1 with a subnet mask 255.255.255.128. Just I expand this so that it will be clear, and give no shut command. No shut. You can see the FA0/0 is changed to up, and you can see here that green dots blinking. Next we are going to configure SE2/0 interface. Control C. Enter global configuration mode and our interface is SE2/0. Provide an IP address 172.16.0.226 with the subnet mask 255.255.250 255.252, and set up a clock rate. Since it is a serial connection, we should set up a clock rate. Our clock rate will be clock 64,000 and give no shut. You can see that change state to down because after enabling this serial port, this interface will be activated. Now we are going to router 3 and going to configure FA0/0 and SE2/0. Enter router 3. Now enable your router, global configuration mode, global interface FA0/0. Provide an IP address 172.16.0.129 with a subnet mask 255.255.255.192. Give no shut command to enable the interface, and interface is state changed to up. Next, Control C. Enter global configuration mode, configure interface SE2/0. Provide an IP address. IP address will be 172.16.0.225 with an subnet mask 255.255.255.252, and hence here is no clock. We should give no clock rate. No clock rate. No shut. Now you can see that the link state is changed to up. Green dots are blinking in this interface and we connected these two routers. Next we are going to allot IP addresses for PC3, PC4 and PC5. Enter PC3. Desktop IP configuration 172.16.0.2 and its default gateway. What is the default gateway? And this FA0/0 will be the default gateway for this PC3. Therefore 172.16.0.1 will be my default gateway. The same way configure PC4 and PC5. IP configuration 172.16.0.130, and my default gateway for PC4 and PC5 will be this FA0/0's address, that is 172.16.0.129. Then configure PC5. 172.16.0.131, and my default gateway is 172.16.0.129, like default gateway. We have configured this router, and we have configured this router's interfaces, and then we allotted IP addresses for PC3, PC4, and PC5. Next, we are going to set up a IP route. IP route, that is, if PC3 with a destination address of PC4 arrives at router, this router should have a knowledge where it should forward the packet and through which interface the packet should be forwarded. So that I will be setting up a static route. My network will be this router's 3's network, that is 172.16.0.128. My subnet mask is 255.255.255.192, and my next hop will be this SC2/0's address, that is 172.16.0.225. Add IP route. You can see this IP route is set 172.16.0.128 via this interface, that is SC2/0. In the same manner, you have to configure this router. Enter configuration mode, static routes 172.16.0.0. My next subnet mask will be 255.255.255.128, and my next hop will be, that is, this SC2/0's address 172.16.0.226. Add or IP route is set. You can use these commands to set IP route in CLI. Now just check whether packets are forwarding. Just click on this icon. My source will be PC5 and PC3. You can see that it is successful. Like that you can do for any devices to ping. Next, we are going to configure access list in this network. I want this system not to ping with this system. That is, this system is denied to enter into this network, and this system is allowed to enter into this network. There are two types of access list, that is standard access list and extended access list. First, we will be seeing about standard access list. Standard access list, whatever we do, we will do in the router's outbound port. Inbound and outbound port is nothing but this is the inbound port of router 2, and this is the outbound port. And this is the inbound port of router 3, and this will be the outbound port. Inbound port, outbound port, inbound port, outbound port. Since it is a standard access list, we will be configuring the router which is closest to the destination. This is our source and this is our destination. The closest to this is router 2. We are going to create an access list. Enter command line interface. I will extend this so that it will be visible. You are in a global configuration mode. Create an access list. Access list. Since it is a standard access list, its values ranges from, that is, this number ranges from 1 to 99. And in extended access list, the number will be varying from 100 to 199. I will be numbering my access list as access list 1, and I am going to deny a IP a host. Nothing is this one. That is, I am going to PC4. PC4's IP address is, deny host of IP address is 172.16.0. Let's check once. This is 130. 130. Since we are blocking a single IP address, we will be using 0.0.0.0. If you are going to block this whole network, we will be using 0.0.0.255. Since we are going to only to block this PC, I am giving a 0.0.0.0 and enter. The mistake is that I gave a command for extended access list. We are doing a standard access list. That is, access list 1 is my access list number, and I'm going to deny the host PC4 with an IP address this. Since we are blocking a single host, we are will giving the 0.0.0.0. Then we should give a command that is access list 1 permit any control C. Now we are going to give this access list to the interface FA0/0. Enter global configuration mode and interface FA0/0. IP access group. You will be giving a command IP access group. If you give question mark, it will be saying access list name. Our access list name is 1. Our command is not complete. Access group 1. If you give once again question mark, it will be having like inbound or outbound port. Inbound or outbound port. Here you can see inbound packets or outbound packets. I have to block the outbound packets of, that is FA0/0 is in outbound, so I should even outbound. Access group 1 off out, that is I am giving an outbound. Enter. Control C, exit. Now you can check by ping, that is PC5 should ping PC3. PC4 should be blocked to enter this network. You can see failed. That is PC4 is not allowed to ping PC3 because this outbound port rejects the request of PC4. You can also try using command prompt of PC4. Now let's check by giving both the PCs not to enter this network. Enter into this network, enter global configuration mode and IP sorry, and our IP, that is we have to create an access list, that is ACSS -list access list. We can number it as 5. Deny the IP addresses 172.16.0.130 0.0.0.0. Enter. And we have to give access list 5 permit any. We are going to give like this, permit any. Then we are going to block PC5, that is 0.131 0.0.0.0. and make this access list in interface FA0/0, that is interface FA0/0 FA0/0 and IP access group or group name will be 5. IP access group 5 in which bound, that is inbound or outbound. We have to implement this. We are going to implement this FA0/0, that is outbound. phi out. So now let's check. It is failed. I have to change. It should deny both the packets from PC4 and PC5. PC5 to PC. We can see successful because that see auto configuration. That is, we gave deny 172.0.130, that is PC4's address, and we gave permit any. Here the control statement ends. Hence, it doesn't take this statement. So the PC131 is allowed to ping that network. So that we are going to alter our configuration. Enter global configuration mode and enter FA access list. Access, that is access list. Access list 5, sorry, deny 172.16.0.130 0.0.0.0 and also 131. Then I should give a command, that is I access list 5 permit any. Now enter interface fa 0/0 and IP access group. IP access group, our group name is 5 and it is set to for outbound of router 2. It works now. That is, it should deny both the hosts. Failed, you can see here. Since the created list cannot be modified, we have to create a different access list. We have to create a different access list. That is, enter configuration mode and IP, that is access list. Access list, I will be giving name as 6 deny 172.16.0.130 0.0 0 and also IP address. Access list permit any. Access list, I should give the name, right? 6 permit any. Now we are going to configure this in interface FA 0/0, that is IP access group 6 in our outbound port. Now it works. PC4 should not enter this network region and hence it is failed. PC5 is also denied to enter this network. It is failed. Now standard access list working fine for denying these two hosts to enter this network. And this FA 0/0 takes care of these two source ports to be prevented to enter this network. Just try to ping from this from this network to this network via terminal. Enter command prompt and ping. Use ping command, that is 172.16.0.1 you will get reply packets because 192 172.16.0.1 is this router's this interface address, so you can reply packets will be received. If you try to ping PC3, that is ping 0/2, there will be a reply from 172.16.0.226, that is this interface will reply that destination host unreachable. Next we are going to see how to set up a extended access list. Extended access list, we will be configuring the access list that is closest to the source. That is, if PC4 and PC5 are source and PC3 is destination. So the router closest to the source we are going to configure. That is router 3. Enter router 3, CLI, and enable enter global configuration mode. There will be little bit changes between um, extended access list and standard access list. The standard access list numbers varies from 100 to 199. That is access list. I will be giving the number 100. I am going to deny the IPs. That is going to deny the IP. Deny IP. What type of protocol I should say? Deny IP. Then I have to give the this network's IP address, that is 172 172.16.0.128 is this network's ID, followed by I will be giving the host ID 0.0.0.0. Here I gave the access list number is 100 and deny IP of this will be my network's own network's ID, that is this network's ID with a wildcard mask, and 172.16.0.2 will be my destination IP address, this address, and I'll giving a mask. Then I will be giving this access list to my interface, that is interface FA 0/0 IP access group. My group name is 100 and it is an inbound port. I have to block this IP address from my inbound port to be protected. That is inbound port is this inbound of, and its IN. Now let's check. Failed. Then failed. You can also know which router is sending and reply failed, that is host not reachable. Just enter this one, command prompt ping. You can see that initially for the previous standard access list, the 172.16.0.226, that is this port is giving a reply packet that is host is not reachable because we configure access list in router 2 here SE2/0. So when we move to standard access list, we have configured the access list in this port and the reply packets from 172.16.0.129, and this port replace that destination host unreachable. Hence, the configuration of standard and extended access list is done. Thank you. See you in next tutorial.